Why was that so funny? Just screaming exact statements.
Because I was gonna sit on your coffee cutter, cigar cutter, and you're like, "You're fat."
You are fat. Couldn't even get between the mic and the couch.
I was just getting the fucking cigar cutter out of the way.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a completely inappropriate podcast. I am Tony, along with Mr.
Frank.
And today we are smoking 2 black dicks. Big black cocks for our face holes. God damn it, Frank.
Dick.
You're so inappropriate. Now, we got these knockoff Cubans that my dad got me from Puerto Rico. They're alright. They're a little dry. They're like falling apart in my humidor, so I figure we might as well get rid of them.
Look at this vein. If I can.
That is a thick ass vein.
Yeah, I'm like
the veiniest vein that has ever been.
Dick.
Yeah, I'm not even going to tell. For those of you who have listened to the podcast before, you might have heard what brand these have claimed to be, but I'm not going to say it again on here out of respect for the company, because this is very obviously not a professional cigar. But
that, and I was thinking,
but tobacco's tobacco, you know.
Yeah, we need to get fucking other people interested in sponsoring us so we can try their fucking product out.
We need to get anybody interested in sponsoring us. Maybe if we didn't talk so much about our balls.
That's actually what got a lot of people hooked in the beginning.
Oh, yeah? People got hooked on your balls?
No, because I was telling them about the fucking podcast.
Hey, look, hold on real quick. For those of you on video, I want to do this for you. 2 round mics and a big cigar. Oh, it didn't work for your video either. Okay, all right. I'm done with my inappropriateness. What were you saying?
No, I was telling them, like, our fucking first episode, we spent a good fucking, what was it, 9 minutes talking about our balls, and they're like, oh yeah, I'll give it a listen. You know, completely inappropriate. Before it became that we talk about
all this political bullshit,
inappropriate topics, or topics considered inappropriate.
Give me that. I'm a little chill. I've got the AC up. Yeah. Man, I've been a little body conscious lately, Frank. Because? I've been feeling too skinny.
Why?
Because I've been running a shitload.
Well,
and my abs. I mean,
they're coming back.
I feel like I look great. I look really good in my body.
Back.
My problem is my arms get real scrawny when I start fucking cutting weight.
Yeah, that's what happens when you cut weight.
Well, I gotta work on my arms more. I'm not langly like yet, you know. I'm not like langly. That's definitely not a word. Is it? The Langoliers?
God damn it, stupid phone.
Would you quit with your goddamn phone when we're recording, motherfucker? Oh yeah, I feel sexy now. I'm in my wife's robe here. Oh,
check us out.
My little blue hearts.
Check us out,
Frank. This is an audio podcast. No. Our guest is asking, the guest that was supposed to show up last episode is asking to show up now.
We can still do it.
No, Frank, we already started this episode. We started a cigar.
We're like 5 minutes in.
Frank, we started a cigar. Okay. You have to have respect for the process.
Okay.
You don't, once the record is hit, you do not hit stop until 40 minutes at least have gone by. Have respect for our audience wants us for consistency, Frank. You taught me this.
Yes, I did.
That our massive audience needs us to be consistent and thorough with our fucking whole setup here. How do you feel we've done with that so far?
We've been good at it. I mean, yeah, so far. But again, our massive audience needs to be a bit massiver.
I'm alright with them. It's the meek that shall inherit the earth. So when podcasts go the way of fucking all these massive fucking conglomerates like Spotify taking over and buying all these media things, what we're going to end up being is the fucking guy in the basement doing our pirate radio with only a couple thousand listeners. But you know what? They're going to be fucking loyal. They're going to be fucking beautiful. And they're going to love us for us. With no overseers. Rogan's always been so proud of his fucking not having any overseers. Bitch, you just signed your soul. Yeah. And I support it. Make your money, boo-boo. He's going to open up a he moved to Texas. He's here in our home state of Texas. In Weirdtown, USA, Austin, Texas, baby. And he's going to fucking open up a fucking, at least a couple of fucking comedy fucking spots, man. I'm excited.
Did you hear what happened
Big
to
old
your fucking idol?
Who's my idol?
Joe Rogan.
Why is he my idol? And Kevin Smith is actually the reason I started listening to podcasts.
Okay, well,
Rogan came in much later, and I've gotten a little over. He hasn't had as entertaining guests for me as he used to. But it's the pandemic. What can you do?
Yeah, did you hear what happened to him?
No, what happened?
Well, not to him, but yeah, I guess.
What, woman?
The fucking Spotify has been censoring his fucking podcast. Like, they got rid of his fucking quote unquote conservative episodes.
What?
Yeah, the episode he had with what's his name? The guy that everyone fucking loved, Jordan Peterson, and his daughter, and the one with these other people.
They were talking about the meat. That even with his daughter, was mostly about fucking going on an all meat diet. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it was
but it's
very
who the person
little.
is, not so much what they spoke about.
And that's fucked.
Yeah, and
why would they be censored? Why? I thought, what the fuck? So what's Rogan come out saying about this?
I don't know, because I haven't.
When did this happen? When did you hear about it?
I heard about it about 2 weeks ago, I think, when it just started. Fucking people were going to fucking listen to some of his older episodes, and some of these people they couldn't find the fucking episodes, and they're like, "What the fuck, Spotify?" And then they're like, "Fucking Joe Rogan, sell out."
Yeah, I mean, if he agreed to that, that goes against
that's
the
the
majority
thing.
of what he's ever said.
That because he was saying that there was gonna be none of that.
Yeah,
and then Spotify fucking
underhanded.
Yeah.
So well, supposedly, who knows? Who knows?
Or are we supposed to say allegedly?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
All of this is alleged by something Frank read like when? A couple weeks ago?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
But nothing ever. I haven't heard anything about it, so it's hard to say. What was I saying before? How did we get on Rogan?
Because you were talking about fucking Joe
up
Rogan and his massive audience and how fucking consistent.
Oh, about it wasn't about Rogan. It was just about Spotify picking up Rogan and picking up these larger media podcasting media sites that are the hosting sites. We're gonna be the Christian Slaters, man. Which is what the whole reason I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to start a pirate radio station out of my fucking parents' house, or I wanted to start a radio broadcast out of the high school, or some shit like that. I just never had the gumption or fucking fortitude to get something like that done. It's hard for me to fucking work with authority. Not that I like authority. That's the weird thing. Like, I want to be on the inside, but I don't like the sketchiness involved. I don't like pandering to people. Yeah, the whole pandering bullshit. Like, it's all life is so political, man. Like, you could live your life political, but I don't know anybody who lives their life like that seems to be happy as much as I am. And usually, like, dude, you're so serious all the time. It's because you people make me miserable. Like, I'm only this serious around you. You look at the way I am on this podcast. I've had friends tell me, like, dude, you're not even you on your podcast. They're like, no, I'm not the you that you're used to. I'm not me when I'm talking to you, because I gotta mediate myself to some degree, Or, they have a different dynamic. Like, you just give me a lot of open space to fucking rant and rave.
Yeah.
Like, the couple friends I got, they're as talkative as I am, so it's just
so you're the quiet one.
I'm more the quiet one ish. Yeah.
Hey, I saw a meme
not
the
so
other
much
day.
though.
I think it was yesterday, saying that quiet people are talkative around the right people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty fucking true.
Yeah, I feel like you're more talkative when we're off mic.
Yeah, but that's I don't know. I guess because I'm giving you the spotlight, 'cause this is your show.
You keep saying that, man. This has been our
show
show
yeah,
from the get-go.
It's our show, but it was your idea, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't
It would
for you.
never be in existence if you didn't show up, though.
That's also true.
So it is your podcast.
As much as it is yours.
I mean, there's the guy that can design the blueprints and the guy that could build the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're just the engineer.
No, the engineer builds it. I'm the designer.
The engineer is
graphic designer
that designs it.
No, because you can get a graphic designer that just, but like, hey man, I have an idea for this, this, and this. Could you see if what it would look like? And then the engineer actually builds it.
The point is, the building is ours.
The building is yours. I just designed it.
The building is ours, but your name is on it. That's what I'm getting at.
No.
Goddamn, we'll never agree on this.
Hey, I want to ask you something though. How are you enjoying the high of a cigar?
I'm like, damn, I think the top side fucking went out. I don't know.
I know, it's right. These cigars are so fucked, dude. We're only gonna get like halfway through this. I felt we've been puffing on it for at least 15 minutes. The tip is barely fucking finished lighting. I think things are so filled with holes.
Yeah, but
it's alright. We'll have better cigars next week.
Yeah. What happened?
Send me some cash. I'll go pick some up.
So today, the fucking airing of this episode. I feel so old saying airing. Like,
this will be Wednesday, right?
It'll be Wednesday the 16th.
Felicidades, amigos! Amigos y amigas! Because we're gender fluid. You can't just say amigos now. It's not nice.
Yeah, you say amigos, but...
Latinos y Latinxers.
You type amigos, but replace the O
Wait, what's X in Spanish?
X.
X, right?
Yeah.
Latinx.
That is so fucking ridiculous. I'm like, my middle initial is X, and I don't even fucking use it.
Wait,
like,
what?
Yeah, my middle initial is X.
The letter?
Yeah. And
the letter X.
Yeah, and I don't
That's
even
all they used? Your parents, but what's your full middle name?
Javier, but with an X.
Oh, really? You're Javier with an... Dude, that's rad.
See, I always get the reaction, but I'm like, no, not really.
Well, it's like my son. He could have been Jackson, Jackson, but that would have made him Michael Jackson. No, I always wanted an X. I just like Jackson with an X, man. It's cool.
Because Mortal Kombat, but then you're like, no.
JAX.
Fucking, yeah, Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, well, that's why it's Jackson, but I think even he was Jack. Like, he was Jax. Jacks, Jacks. I intentionally didn't care if it was spelled like him or not. If his name was Jackson with an X, I would have still wanted it with an X. I just wanted it with an X. I liked X. Now, if we're talking about having another kid, I would like to name it, especially if it's a girl, Maxine. So we have Jackson Max.
Oh, cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Maxine's a gorgeous name. I love that name.
Cool.
But we need a middle name that's more Hispanic. Because can't give her two white names.
Oh, okay.
Like Jackson. Jackson's Jackson Benicio. So He's got some flavor to his... he's got some salsa in his taco. What? He's got a little spicy chorizo.
Yeah. Well, chorizos are spicy. If you get them from fucking Toluca, they even have green chorizos in Toluca. So,
what's your favorite Mexican cuisine?
I would have to say, and you're gonna want to fucking smack me for this.
Probably not.
I would have to say it's tacos. Like,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Simple man.
I like. It's like. Have you ever had an open? You know what an open face sandwich is?
A slab?
It's just a slab. I like open face tacos.
Ooh,
tostadas.
Oh,
tostadas or chalupas. What else do they call them?
Yeah, they're called chalupas, but then these people
started calling them tostadas. I said that real. I said that real Mexican like fresa. Like they started calling them tostadas. I don't understand why.
No, but because it's a tostada is Mexican toast. That's what it is. Because it's a
toasted tortilla. So yeah. Quiero un tortilla tostada. I want a toasted tortilla.
Yeah. But no.
But they were called chalupas because if you've ever played for the Hispanic community. On every level is played chalupa. It's Mexican bingo. And the chalupa lady is actually what they called the woman who
was in the canoe.
She would float down the Rio Brazos River or the Rio Grande along the cigar got to me. Along the shoreline of these rivers, and sell out of these large canoes. It was just a large smorgasbord, and you can still see this in Italy and a certain place, Venice, where they sell vegetables and fruits all out of their canoe. So the idea of a chalupa is what they called these women. La chalupa ya vienen con las, la comida, whatever the fuck. The woman would come with the food. That's what these tostadas are. These chalupas that we eat. It's a flattened boat of the tortilla chip with all the vegetables and a little bit of chicken or something on top with some salsa, man. Right down the road, they got a place that's got some really killer ones. If I wasn't broke right now, I'd go fucking buy us lunch right after this. But my parents are getting married on Tuesday.
Is that their golden wedding or just
yeah, like
I
don't know, fucking 30 years. 30 years, because I'm 31. They got married a year after.
You know, my grandparents, may they rest in peace, they renewed their vows fucking forever ago.
Yeah, no. Well, I was supposed to renew my vows last month, but Rona kept everybody from wanting to come. So my parents decided, but my parents are just doing it through the church. They just decided to go through the church and have I thought they had a church wedding a long time ago.
My
but I guess
grandparents didn't renew their vows. They had a golden wedding. So apparently it's that they.
Is that where all your groomsmen and brideswomen come to the side and pee on you?
No.
Golden wedding.
You know, Mexican weddings don't have groomsmen and bridesmaids and all that shit.
No, because those are all done at the quinceañera.
Yeah, the fucking and I'm like, what would be the equivalent of a groomsman and a bridesmaid and fucking all that shit?
The padrinos?
But they're the ones that help pay for the fucking...
And they hold special honor they're the ones that stand up by their side.
Really?
Yes, on both sides.
Huh.
Typically, or they sit down, but they're the ones in the first row. As far as I know, fuck, these cigars are going nowhere, huh?
Yeah.
Nowhere, dude. Cherry hasn't
start over.
My cherry hasn't traveled for shit. Like a fucking no, I'm not gonna go there. That was last episode. Never mind. What were we saying before I got distracted with my wife?
Mexican weddings.
My parents getting.
My grandparents have their golden wedding. They had it fucking 2000 something. I was in high school.
How'd that go?
I was the fucking altar boy for their wedding.
And then,
well, that's about it. No. And then there was this huge party because my grandfather, I'm not like both my grandfathers from my mother's side and my father's side, and they're very fucking let's party. So
sounds like there's a butt in there somewhere. Man, I remember. So my uncle just died. My great uncle. He was one of my grandfather's brothers. But anyway, old school Mexican dude. He's actually the one. Funny enough, we were just talking about him a couple episodes back, where I was talking about going with my dad to Mexico, and to a little shack out there that some family was staying in. We were out there because this particular uncle was helping out this part of the family, and he was the one who made the cabrito out there, man. The baby goat that we were talking about, the eyeballs episode. So that uncle of mine passed away.
How long ago?
Just Monday. And he got buried in Mexico, and in Mexico they don't do the embalming. They don't embalm. So they bury him right away if they can.
Really?
So they buried him on Tuesday, I think, the very next day.
Yeah, and then traditionally they're supposed to carry the casket all around the neighborhood, kind of like parading fucking, look who died, but at the same time, it's celebrating their life.
It depends on how Catholic a faith that particular town, because that happens a lot in towns where they've adopted a lot of their old Santeria beliefs as well. Like Mexico still has a lot of traditional ideology as far as like it's very
hypnotic.
No, hypocritical. Not hypocritical.
Very two-dimensional.
No, it's like anti the faith, anti-religious, anti-Catholic, rather. Hereditary. God damn you!
Hermetic.
No, no, that's
anti-heretic.
No, this is all wrong. I'm giving up on this whole conversation.
Okay, disavow, Tony. Disavow.
So 16 de septiembre, everybody. That's today.
Yeah, 16 de septiembre. Yeah, it's the actual Mexican Independence Day. From Spain.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, I didn't think you were going to get it.
people commonly think that Mexico has 2 Independence Days. But no.
Cinco de Mayo?
Yeah, the 5th of May.
Which is
the Battle of Puebla.
For
what?
Yeah, what happened there?
What
did that result in?
Off the fucking French with pitchforks and torches.
Yeah, completely different fucking group of people, guys. But they're right. It's all I don't know. You know what? I'm not gonna get into it because I haven't studied enough.
Yeah,
on
the
it.
French
I would
guy.
like to. I really wish I had known this was a 16 de septiembre episode. I would have studied it for the episode.
Well, no, it's because our guest was supposed to be on, so we're gonna skip it.
No, but that could have been a third episode. Anyway,
Well,
we
anyways.
digress. So tell me more about this
So,
shit.
yeah,
You
this-
apparently know a lot more about it
This
than
French
I do.
guy I was in jail with was telling us how fucking basically that it was a mistake, the Battle of Puebla, because Napoleon sent, was it his brother, his cousin? I don't know. He was annoying him. So then Napoleon was like, yeah, go. And sent him over to Mexico with fucking very few fucking Frenchmen, whatever. And the Mexicans celebrate the fact that they fucking did that thing, that they defeated the French, because at that time the French were a fucking empire. And there's silence in your fucking podcast.
I'm actually really enjoying you fucking talking for once. I'm gonna let you continue.
It's like what the fucking.
I want to see what a podcast with just you would be like.
It's like when it comes to history, like I'm the one that's fucking talking the most. But with other fucking topics, it's like you talking.
It depends on the particular history. You know why? Because I like to be more particular about what I'm talking about. Like I like to have like a.
You like being a student.
I like having a chronological order and a narrative to follow. And I'm not a history guy as far as like dates and numbers and names. Like I want to tell you the general idea of this point in history and how it led into the next.
Yeah,
I'm really bad with
the
the
spark
details.
notes of fucking.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a spark note historian. It sucks.
Yeah.
I don't retain deep information like you and Rogan do, you know? I'm more of an Eddie Bravo kind of guy.
I thought that was fucking
Oh, God.
Jerry.
Jerry's been on. Jerry came by yesterday. He was hanging
Really?
out for a little bit. Yeah, I had him over for breakfast. Well, he was supposed to be here. He was another person that let me down fucking... He was supposed to be here at like 8, 9 in the morning to start hanging out, have breakfast. He didn't get here till like 11. And then I had to kick him out by the time my wife got home, so...
Yeah, but what happened?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, with the whole fucking Spanish thing, the fucking Mexicans were under fucking Spanish rule for fucking quite a while. And what happened was, oh no, you know what? No, we were gonna talk about fucking Malinche and the fucking Aztek, the Aztecs. and
But
the
I said
fucking-
we basically covered that
Yeah,
whole
we
story
did.
in that like
Yeah.
5-minute interlude we did the other episode. But I guess to reiterate, Malinche was basically the Pocahontas figure for Cortez and his Spanish invasion of Montezuma in the Aztecs.
Okay.
Montezuma was the king of the Aztecs.
The other thing, that in America it's Montezuma, but in Mexico
Montezuma.
it's Moctezuma.
Moctezuma. You're right, but we're speaking
We're
American.
Americans, so it's Montezuma.
Yeah, whatever. But Malinche, because what's Malinche stand for? Because that wasn't her name.
It wasn't?
No, her
Pretty sure
name
it
was
was.
Malala.
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
Cool.
Yeah, Malinche refers to because she was Malinchero. Like it was a reference.
Malinchista is what we call fucking Uncle Tom's now. You know, fucking.
I know, but I'm saying it had something to do with what they were calling Cortez at the time.
Oh, shit! I should know this.
So check this out. By the end of the whole story of Malinche, she ends up thinking that, you know, eventually she's going to convince Cortez to love her and that all of this would have been worth it. You know, he's going to realize in the end that he's not doing God's work. But in the end, he is selfish and he really doesn't care about this fucking God's work. And he really is trying to be considered the God. And so she calls him out for it. He's like, you know what? I didn't really need you anyway. You were just my tongue. Mi lengua. You were my tongue, my translator for all this. You're the reason I was able to do all this in the first place. But I don't need you anymore. We have other translators. So you know what? I got a friend who I know really is fucking taking a liking to you this whole time. Hey, amigo, come over here. I want you to have her. He literally gives her away after years, the couple years span of fucking conquering these tribes, and the whole reason she was part of the. I'm sorry. Can you remind?
Part of what?
Texalquicans. Texalcoatl's. Yeah, something like that. Texalquicans, I think. Anyway, it's actually a name of a city in Mexico, but it was this tribe. They spoke, what was
it?
No, but yes.
Shit. Let me fucking...
Man, I had all this information.
Faithful fucking Google.
Hang on, you don't have to do that because I actually have the notes from that episode that I wanted to talk about.
Fucking antivirus shit over here. Tell me fucking I got a virus. All that other shit. But, yeah.
2003 was the honeymoon period for religion after Y2K and 9/11. Holy shit, that's a hell of a note I had there. What the hell was I talking about? All right, here we go. Somewhere here. Nope, not there either. Maybe I don't have the notes on this.
What tribe did that come from? Shit, I know this. I fucking know this. I know. Shit. I don't know. But anyway.
Gonna have to cut this out, man.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it. What were we talking about?
Texcoco, Tlacopan.
It's TXLA Texlacanes or something. Dude, we're digressing too much.
Yeah, we are.
The whole point is that she was a part of this whole different tribe that was deeper in Mexico, but they were getting taken advantage of and being raped, tortured, and killed. And it was called religion by fucking Montezuma. He was this fucking great king where everybody else was basically in these little democratic tribes or matriarchal tribes where really it was the women elders that had all the fucking power, that were the actual chieftains. They were the women behind the chiefs. The chiefs were just out there acting on their behalfs, really. Yeah. But it was the wise women that was fucking doing all this. Until you get to Montezuma and the Aztecs where they're fucking building the civilization, but it's all based on this fucking one guy who believes himself to be a fucking... what was his whole thing? Moctezuma's fucking origin story. How did he end up in power?
It was... I don't know, really.
Was he just considered a god? Was it a lineage thing like all other fucking
I think it was
kingdoms?
A lineage thing. Because you got to remember, there were a few tribes that came together.
For those of you who have ever seen the old Disney cartoon El Dorado, it's actually a really good... Moctezuma, you could consider, was the bad guy in that one, where he was trying to kill the two Spanish guys that were there on accident, but fucking greedy with gold and pretended to be gods because they mistook them for gods.
Yeah.
And this all goes back to their fucking... the god that had like chased the sun or something, like... it was like a water god, and because Cortez and the Spanish came on the water, they believed them to be the return of the god.
Yeah.
And because their hair was gold like the corn, which was their main crop that sustained them, they believed him to be part of that too, like the agriculture god and shit. Like, it was a whole fucking confluence of...
It was a whole misunderstanding
events,
is what it was.
Well, just like anything.
Yeah.
Well, it was World War II and the Jewish fucking decimation, but a big misunderstanding. No, it was fucking greed, dude. It was a misunderstanding that fucking led into just massive areas of fucking greed by fucking people who had
so
a
much
little
so
bit more
that the fall
firepower.
of the Aztecs happened because by Aztec tradition, or by fucking native Mexican tradition, after fighting for a few times, they're supposed to have a fucking warrior exchange and all this other bullshit. So then they waited for the fucking...
Oh, but that's right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they waited for the Spanish to come over and have like a little fucking peace treaty or whatever. But that never happened.
Well, and not only that, but the Aztecs and other Native Americans... When they killed, and they believed that by killing the people, the warriors, they killed warriors. They didn't often they would capture the women and children and use them as slaves. And the only reason they were okay killing other warriors was because it was common belief that they actually absorbed the energy and the spirit and the warrior's spirit.
Yeah, so they ate the heart.
So they would eat the heart, and that's where you get cannibalism from and shit. But it really wasn't for the sake of fucking eating. In most cases, it was really cases of like them eating the heart to collect the spirit of, you know, the other warrior. It was actually an honorable thing to honor the warrior you just killed to consume their heart. What happened when Cortez came in, he decimated populations of these Aztec factions, you know, offshoots, and he would just kill women, children, warriors, and the Moctezuma would hear these reports and think, oh, they're just gods coming in and wiping us out for not doing right or not giving enough fucking they considered their deaths were just like them taking souls for themselves in their own way. They don't need to consume it because they're gods physically the way they did. So that was another thing why when they came up, when Cortez goes up to Moctezuma just almost immediately bends the knee. Like, these are weak white men surrounded by dozens of his, it's insane, dude. It's insane the level of fucking narcissism that, hey, you know what these people are today? They're serial killers. They're people with no fucking humanity in them that just are broken synapses firing in the wrong fucking places that turn people into narcissists that end up fucking either on death row after murdering dozens of people or in Fortune 500 companies commanding thousands. You know?
Yeah.
Those were the people that were the fucking, what'd they call them? Fucking
conquistadors.
Conquistador. Yeah. The most psychotic. They were the berserkers, man.
Yeah.
Of that
the
fucking nation.
Mentality of fucking Cortez, the way he motivated his men to fight the Aztecs, because at first they were scared because they're like, we're completely outnumbered.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy ordered the ships to be burnt.
No shit.
So they burnt down their own.
Oh, so they had no route to go, so nobody would defect and just take off.
Yeah, so the only way was through, and that's what they did.
And then, of course, there were follow-up ships. There were follow-up people that went to go say, hey, Cortez, what the fuck's going on, dude? We sent you here years ago, and we haven't heard anything from you. And then we get here and realize you're decimating the population and claiming everything in the name of yourself as a god. Like, you've got these people believing you're a god. You command the natives? What's going on here? Oh, well, holy shit, what's that behind you? Pop! He started killing his own guys. So for those people who think that Cortez was out there fucking doing shit in the name of Spain, nah, bro. I mean, bad people do shit in the name of themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was a fucking misunderstanding that led to fucking greed. And fucking, I guess it was ambition for his career, because he had to conquer to be a conquistador.
Now we're talking about, since we're still talking about, let's move it into, now we're talking about, let's move it into like the 1700s, when Mexico starts allowing land grants to any European settlers that want to come into the Texas area.
Yeah.
And they can stake their claim and ranch the farmland. They're given, I don't remember, but do you know why they were just giving away land to Europeans when they could easily have expanded northwards themselves, these Mexicans? They're from Mexico?
Because they were short on cash.
No, sir.
And they didn't have enough people to man.
Let me tell you the real reason why.
Okay. Let us know, oh wise Tony.
Well, you see, this whole area of Texas, South Texas in particular, was taken over by the Coahuiltecans that came from like Wyoming and the more central and northern states. These were much more aggressive Native Americans. These were the traveling ones, the ones that by this point in time had already started to utilize the horses in the area. They weren't as adept as the Apaches, I mean, I'm sorry, they weren't as adept on horseback. The Apaches as well, but the Comanches were the deadliest of the deadly. But in this area, they still had some command of the fucking horses, a little bit better, because they were less encumbered than the Spanish with all their armor and shit, you know? So this area was Mexico literally could not expand northward.
Yeah.
Because the Native Americans were here fucking taking... So they were basically allowing Europeans to come in as a buffer zone to just, hey, white people, come here in between us and these murderous Native Americans up north a little more, and we'll let you guys wipe each other out. And that's exactly what happened. Then you end up with the fucking everything after that. You know, I guess it's just another step in history, man.
That is exactly how fucking San Antonio de Bejar, which is what they named San Antonio after, and the county Bear after. That's how Bejar became pronounced Bear. Not many people know this, but it's not Bexar County. It's Bear County.
Where's this?
San Antonio.
Oh.
It's Bear County because the Europeans came to Texas, like you said, and the Americans came over too. And what do they like to do? They love to fucking drink. So they'd get together, they'd drink, and then when it came to fucking asking for directions, asking for places, or where the fuck am I, they'd, instead of saying Bejar with their slur, they'd say Bear.
Yeah, see, now what I want to look into is that little bit of history in between where you end up with German settlers and people from like the super European settlers, you know, that came into Texas along with all that fucking... I don't know, man. The history of the United States is epic. I'm barely getting into it now, a little more than I probably should have in high school, you know?
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. That you get more into these things out of high school than in high school.
Well, the more history you have behind you, the more you want to know about history before you.
Yeah, and a gentleman should always be knowledgeable. That's another thing.
Well, if you know your history, you know what your future can behold.
You know what I am recently fucking pissed about?
What?
Is how first of all, the fucking music department in schools have been taken away, but they're not teaching kids American folklore. I was gonna try to bring it up.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Guests. No, people don't know about fucking Pecos Bill anymore. They don't know about John Henry. They don't know about any of these. Annie Oakley, Wild Bill Hitchcock. Fucking holy shit! All these wonderful fucking stories from American folklore. All because, they come from a racist time. Like, bitch, every time is a racist time.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to think, oh, shit is so bad right now. Bitch, shit has always been bad. You can't make America great again because it's never been great. You can't make America worse again because it's never been worse. We're fucking humans. We're always going to be humans. We have better technology going through the same fucking story. Every generation going through the same goddamn story. Now we got people fucking running up on cops and popping them in the fucking head in a fucking walk-by shooting and fucking getting away with it. And all in the name of a fucking movement. In the name of a movement. That's what fucking Nazi Germany called itself, as a fucking Third Reich movement.
Yeah.
Fucking make America great again movement. We're all wrong. All of us. All the fucking time. And everybody's just on their fucking high horse.
Yeah. See, that's one way.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you haven't figured that out, then maybe you don't know what you're talking about either, and that's okay. Because none of us do. We're just supposed to be trying to listen to each other, just bounce different ideas off each other. I promise you, if I've been wrong about anything, I'm okay admitting it. Just come fucking talk to me.
Yeah.
Hit us up on Instagram, people, at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com if you want to fucking have a long fucking discussion. But Instagram at CI Podcasts, on Twitter at Completely Inap with 1P, at BitChute, YouTube. You can find us at all these fucking places if you just give a little search and a gander. We'll give you the goose of it all. And you can have free reign of these fucking conversations if you want to, man. We want you involved, but more than anything, we want to be involved in your life. we want to give a little bit of a different view on something you might not have thought about today. Frank, this I think this episode went pretty fucking good.
Yeah, and you didn't know what to talk about.
I didn't want to do it at all.
Yeah. See how things work out?
I'll tell you what, this cigar is really opening up towards the center.
Yeah.
Yours is running like a motherfucker away from that
I
vein.
keep fucking puffing on this because I can't get the full thing. And
You
I'm
don't
like,
do
fuck.
hard enough puffs, I've noticed. You do these
Really?
little pussy. You just like, you're just kissing the tip a little bit. You gotta get the head, your mouth around the head and give it a nice little pop, like, you know, yeah, like that. Yeah, pop it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Frank, you want to do another one? I didn't want to do this one, but I think we can end this. Hey, Frank, what do we tell the people? Let's end this shit.
Be excellent to each other.
Be excellent to each other, people. Find you happy. Try and be better today than you were yesterday. And just know that we fucking love you. Somebody does. You don't feel loved, but you are. There's a little bit of my heart going out into the world just for each and every one of you. And a little squirt from each of Frank's nipples. Apparently that's a thing now.
Yeah.
Are you lactating yet?
I don't lactate. What comes out is beer.
Wow. Is it hoppy?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Say bye, Frank.
Bye, Frank.